Why don't you try bye-bye, Mr. Blackbird? I guess I'll follow the swallow back home. Sunshine, good friends that are real. Not old folks, young folks, how happy they'll be, boy. I don't want to roam around again. Want to be a kid again. Want to see that bluebird hello.
All right, gang, welcome to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. Yeah, gang, that's right, live stream. The only live stream you'll see tonight that'll leave you craving spam-flavored Jell-O. Or maybe not. I would hope not. Anyway, spam, yes, its own unique taste. Spam-flavored Oreos, no, I don't think so. Or how about spam-flavored ice cream? No, I got it. No! Perfumed by spam. That's right. Smell like you've never showered. Anyway, enough of this. It's all AWR's fault. He's got spam on my brain. And yeah, anyway. Welcome to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. And I promise there will be something more to this stream other than spam. Well, maybe. Anyway, gang, tonight we've got a retro scary maniacal commercial. Yeah, stay tuned for that. And we got a mail call. That's right, mail call from out west. And we also have, thanks to our contributors, a TV guide thing, believe it or not. And TV guide, that old thing. You know, it used to be a little square magazine or rectangle. Yeah. And also, too, we got upcoming, and then also, too, our main subject for the evening, we have a Captain Kidd discovery, believe it or not, maybe. And you want to hang around for that because it's becoming, even as time goes on here shortly, it's becoming a little bit controversial amongst the, pirate crowd. But anyway, gang, and also, too, tonight we have an afterglow. That's right. But anyway, gang, but first, let's see who's here. We got Mark the Berg Hunter. Hi. Digging with Jeej. Hi. Not sure good signal where I'm house sitting. Hi, Deej. And Mike Mallyman. Hi. And who else? We got Jersey History Hunter. Hi. Oh, boy, if I got a spot. Oh, boy. And Treasure Hunting SWPA. Hi. Michigan Gems. Hi, Gems, and welcome to the live stream. And the Bud Files. Hi, Miss Beth. Hello, and welcome. And Mike is not sharing his chocolate-covered strawberry. Oh, my my God. Anyway, welcome to the live stream. And I tell you what, we got some weather coming here pretty soon. And I see on the radar, oh boy, hopefully it rain. I'm hoping for rain, but we'll see. But anyway, gang, welcome. And tonight's retro commercial. Oh, well, I tell you what, when I found this a couple of weeks ago, it's actually a little unnerving. But I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the advertising agency was going for, but they missed. And being no stranger to creepy dolls, because Sandy's creepy doll collection, this commercial is right at home here at Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium. Have a look at this.
Listen to Remco's baby laugh a lot. You're listening to Baby Laugh a Lot. She's the funniest doll you've ever seen. Just push the button and she starts to giggle. Get Baby Laugh a Lot by Remco.
I don't know. I tell you what. Now, if you walked into your living room and your child was there laughing like that, with also the doll laughing like that, I'd be calling a priest. But anyway, I don't know. I'm not really sure what the advertising execs were going for, but yeah, no, I just don't think that was quite, I don't know. But anyway, gang, let's see. Scary, yay. Oh, Mark says, I remember that monstrosity. Oh my goodness. I'd call an exorcist. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really know. I wonder if did that commercial work back then? I don't know. Storms and flood watch where I'm house sitting. Uh-oh. Be safe. And Miss Beth says she hates this doll. And yeah, I tell you what, when I first stumbled across that, I was just, I don't know. I just, it was bizarre. Did not really make me want to go out and buy one. I don't know. But anyway, gang, mail call. That's right. We've got an envelope in the post office box here this past week from firefighter detecting. And he sent us some, I have it open in the right direction. Yes, I do. We're just going to dump everything out. But he sent along some stickers and they are some nice stickers too, I tell you. And he sent along some patches. And these, I'm actually very impressed with these. Poker chips. It's upside down. Poker chips. I thought they are really cool. I'm kind of curious whether or not something of this nature could be shipped in a regular envelope. I don't know. I got to check it out more. But I think that's really cool. But anyway, thanks to Andrew of Firefighting Detecting. And we'll be giving away some of this in the upcoming giveaways. So thanks again for him. And if you haven't checked out his channel, be sure you check out his channel because I like it. He keeps it real. And that's something that I like for any of the channels I watch. But anyway, thanks again to Andrew, and do be sure to check out his channel on the tube. Speaking of doo-doo, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. That's right, gang. It goes wherever you go for when you have to go. Look for it at your local Piggly Wiggly or A&P grocery stores. Just aren't wiping if you're not wiping with Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. That's right, gang. But anyway, gang. All right. Well, a couple other things. Thanks to contributors. Oh, I tell you what, last Sunday's giveaway. Oh, I'm glad it got to AWR safely. And I tell you what a good time that was. And already the giveaway for the end of the month is growing already. And we want to thanks to our contributors, Jersey History Hunter, Cheapskate Coins, Miss Beth Coddington, Mark the Bird Hunter, and of course, Firefighting Detecting. And they, of course, some of them are here in the chat this evening. But anyway, thanks so much. Jersey History Hunters, you can catch them on Tuesdays. They have a live stream, and also too, Dig a Dude is coming up. You might want to check that out. And two, Cheapskate Coins. He's got a little coin, it's no longer an auction. It's more of an I'll buy it now, but he has some unique things. It's not the same old stuff that you would see at a typical local coin shop. He's got a little bit of everything. You might want to check it out, and you just never know what you may see on his channel. But anyway, gang, tonight, oh boy, I have to get into this off my chest real quick. The Reisers did get out and see the new Indiana Jones movie, because we kind of had to. We grew up with it. But anyway, it did what it was supposed to do, entertain. And I see the web is just loads of criticism about it, and being somewhat overcritical, which sometimes I think is done on purpose to draw attention. But Reiser gives it 4 out of 5 stars, and I tell you what, I rank it better than the second or the fourth one. But anyway, I tell you, it's meant to entertain, and it did just that. Now, it may not have a lifelong impact, but it, like I said, was entertaining. You know, some of the reviewers just get so passionate, if not just over, they just go over the top. But anyway, gang, I just want to, sometimes these reviewers just go breathe, you know, relax. But anyway, check it out. Upcoming, we got some stuff coming up next week, 7/9. Oh, we have a special. And I don't want to allude too much to it because I've only kind of started it. I actually have to do a test to make sure we can actually make it work. But next week, 7/9, we've got a special, and there'll be posts on the Facebook page and also on the YouTube here as it develops. And then, gang, 7/16, Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium Weird Movie Night. That's right, gang. It'll be back. And boy, we got one of the most strangest B movies coming up you'd ever want to see. Then, gang, 7/23, it's game night. That's right, game night. Now, game night, you always want to pay attention to, because that's where the clues will be given out for the giveaway, which will happen 7:30 at the Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium community-sponsored giveaway. That's right, 7:30 is the giveaway. And then, gang, August 6th will be a desk show, just our normal run-of-the-mill desk show. So anyway, great stuff coming up to look forward to that you don't want to miss out on. And one more thing I don't want to kind of gloss over. Found treasure inside a treasure book, believe it or not. And history. Oh, yeah. Now, it's a couple of pages. I guess they were using it for a bookmark, but it's a couple of pages of an antiquated TV guide. And I'm guessing they wanted to watch that, because it was also inside of a Civil War book. But yeah, I tell you what, you might be a little late, but you might want to catch these shows. And what's neat is some of these shows I've never heard tell of. Some I have, but some I haven't. Restless Gun. I don't think I've ever heard tell of that one. And would like to have that stereo there, though. And I didn't quite know that Charles Carrot was broadcasting that long ago. Or did I know that As the World Turns, the soap opera, has been on that long? Is that still on? I don't even know. Day in Court. Or you can learn basic Russian on Channel 11. Beat the Clock. Oh. And Strange Stories. But anyway, I thought that was neat. In fact, we'll probably wind up throwing that in the upcoming giveaway, just as something odd. But anyway, gang, I'll try and I remember those TV guides. And rats, I missed Romper Room. Yes, their date on it. ID there, a date on it. There is not a date, unfortunately. There is like the week, but there's not a year. But anyway, kind of neat. But again, now I'm going to throw that in the next giveaway box that'll be going out. It's just kind of neat. And well, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, gang. But yep, that'll be going in the giveaway box this upcoming at the end of the month. But anyway, gang, tonight's main feature is something that I've been working on for years. And we're going to share a screen here, or try. I think we can do it. And week. Hopefully that comes up okay. Maybe, I hope. But anyway, yep, this is something I've been working on for years. And is now forward progressing, finally. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, I've been working on my book regarding Captain Giles Shelley for several years, who was a contemporary of the of Captain William Kidd and the Pirates of Madagascar. But anyway, during a time when photography does not exist, we tend to rely on artist renditions or representations of what these historical figures looked like. Now, we have one portrait of Captain William Kidd by the painter James Thornhill. That's what you see on the left side of your screen. And Thornhill lived from 1675 to 1734. He lived during Kidd's lifetime. Now, he was also a court painter, meaning he, instead of like how today we would have a photographer or an artist doing drawings, this cat would be doing paintings of notable people inside the courtroom. Now, not only did he do that, but he also had a reputation for doing portraits of inmates inside Newgate Prison, which is where it was believed that Thornhill painted Kidd. So I have no doubt that the Thornhill painting, the portrait, was at least familiar, if not intimate, with Kidd's likeness or appearance. So I have faith in the representation of that's what Kidd looked like on your left there. I don't want to say I don't have a doubt. I say I'm probably 95% sure that if we wanted to establish what Kidd's likeness was, that's it. But anyway, and we also, too, have the lineage of provenance of Thornhill's portrait, which is important. Now, approximately a week ago, a friend sent me this link to discover what might be another likeness of Kidd's for my research. And I tell you what, my enthusiasm for this topic just grew because it is exciting, because it's just not something that you kind of stumble across. Now, strangely, I've been subscribed to this blogger for quite some time, and I've never seen this one particular blog. And we're going to check it out a little bit. I'm going to read a little bit of a section to it, because he's actually kind of in debate with himself as far as, all right, if this is Kidd, who could have the artist been? And this is from goodspeedhistories.com. And he writes a very interesting blog in regards to the history of New Jersey and etc. But anyway, William Kidd and Samuel Jennings. Now, the Samuel Jennings part, we're kind of going to breeze over, but for our interest for tonight, we're just going to talk about Captain William Kidd. But anyway, in the previous post concerning the life and death of Captain William Kidd, I speculated on who the person was who drew these pictures. Unfortunately, I was basing my conclusions on a faulty citation, which is an egregious error on for a historian, amateur or not. I had concluded that the most likely person was John Tatham, who was not only an ardent opponent of Samuel Jennings, but also a strong supporter of Governor Jeremiah Bass, and the claims of Daniel Cox, and later the West Jersey Society to the vast tracts of land in West Jersey, or kind of like South Jersey. Now, Governor Bass, he was actually the fellow who was trying to apprehend Captain Kidd when he was in the Delaware Bay, but he got there just a tad late, or at least that's the general thinking. Some other people think that he may have gotten paid off to quote unquote miss him. But anyway, the circumstance I relied on to identify Tatham was my mistaken notion that the drawings were made on a blank page of the minute book of the West Jersey Board of Proprietors. And I made that mistake by relying on my memory rather than verifying the source. I had first seen these pictures back in 2010 when I was researching the activities of the Board of Proprietors and was reviewing the minutes of their meetings as recorded in their minute book on file at the New Jersey State Archives. It has taken me 7 years to give these pictures their due. I should not have waited so long. Since I had failed to know exactly where the drawings could be found, and Reiser knows all about that because some of my note-taking is horrible. I have to tell on myself a little bit. Since I've gotten back into working on my book, why, I've been reviewing some of my notes, and some things I've read was like, wow, that's really good, and at the same time, not knowing if I had actually wrote that or not, I was like, okay, now I'm giving myself praise. But on the other side of the spectrum, sometimes I'll read some stuff like, who wrote this crap? And yeah, it was still me. But anyway, so I know how this got, and then I have the worst habit of not citing the reference sometimes, and I'll have to go back and dig around for it. But anyway, back to this. Since I had failed to know exactly where the drawings could be found, I relied on my memory of the research I had been doing on the proprietors back in 2010. Here is what I wrote based on that mistaken impression. Samuel Jennings was born 1648 in Buckinghamshire, England, and became a devout Quaker. Like many English Quakers at the time, Jennings suffered from persecution by local authorities and was eager to join the exodus to the unsettled lands in western New Jersey. He was well acquainted with William Penn, who urged Edward Billing to appoint Jennings as deputy governor. Billing claimed the right to govern the province, but was unwilling to leave England. Jennings arrived in the province of West New Jersey in 1680 and became a fierce supporter of the concessions and agreements of the province of West New Jersey. Probably the most liberal foundation document of any American colony. Those who opposed him agreed that Jennings was a resolute and immovable man. John Tatham had an even more colorful history. He was born about 1642 in Yorkshire and became a Roman Catholic priest in France. At some point, he returned to England, where he had to practice his religion in secret due to the long-standing hostility of the English government against the Catholic Church. The Titus Oates plot in 1678 probably convinced Tatham to put away his priest robes and to consider relocating across the ocean when the proprietary colonies opened up. He was able to purchase some propriety shares from William Penn and arrived in America around 1685. William Penn did not have a high opinion of him. He wrote that Tatham was subtle and prying and lowly, but also that he was something of a scholar. Despite his dealings with William Penn, Tatham quickly aligned himself with Daniel Cox, who named him his agent in West Jersey in 1688. Tatham and Jennings were on opposite sides of a conflict over land and governance in West New Jersey that existed from the beginning of its settlement in 1680 and continued until the surrender to royal governance in 1702. The West Jersey Society got the upper hand in April of 1698 when it managed to get Jeremiah Bass appointed governor. One of his first acts was to install his friends, cronyism, Tatham chief amongst them on the Council of West Jersey Proprietors. This gave Tatham access to the minute books. Here we go. Minute books, wherein this drawing was drawn, where the drawing of Kidd and Jennings was found. At this time, Jennings was Speaker of the West Jersey Assembly and leader of the opposition to Bass and his followers. In 1699, John Tatham, along with Thomas Revel and Nathaniel Westland, published a pamphlet titled The Case Put and Decided, accusing Jennings of inciting opposition to the Bass government and court. Jennings answered with truth rescued from forgery and falsehood. The animosity between the two factions was at its peak, but in December of 1699, Bass was removed from office and replaced by Andrew Hamilton, who had previously served as governor and was sympathetic to the Quaker proprietors. He immediately removed Bass's cronies, including John Tatham, from his government. Thus, it seems to him, that's right, seems to the author writing this article, that between July and December of 1699, John Tatham was in a position to make those sketches of Kidd. And it just so happens that during that time, William Kidd was in prison in New York City. When Jeremiah Bass was still governor, he issued a proclamation calling on all East Jersey inhabitants to aid in the arrest of any of the men serving with the notorious pirate Captain Kidd. Now, if you remember correctly, coming back to the colonies, the mutineers was on Captain Giles Shelley's ship. But they made it back to the colonies before Kidd, only by like a matter of 3 weeks. But anyway, it seems likely that once Kidd was in jail, Bass and his friend John Tatham went to visit the notorious pirate in his jail cell. Whoever drew his portrait certainly must have done so, as it is so true to his later portrait. Now, we're going to comment on that in a little bit. The author goes into the location of the actual drawing, the portrait itself, in the books, in the assembly books. And again, these are located in the New Jersey State Archives. He further continues, it is important to remember that in 1702, the West Jersey Assembly and the East Jersey Assembly were dissolved as a consequence of the surrender of governing rights to Queen Anne and the unification of the two provinces into one, the province of New Jersey. As a consequence, it is quite possible that someone had access to a book that was no longer relevant as it had been before unification, which means that the person who drew the portraits could be almost anyone. Basically, he's kind of saying that before he was thinking that Tatham had drew it, but now he's kind of unsure. One reason for thinking that the drawings could have been made in the 18th century or even later is that pencils were not commonly in use in the late 17th century, although they did exist at the time. But another problem is the label for Samuel Jennings, who I don't really have the photograph of because we're focusing on Kidd. The style of writing does not resemble that used in the late 17th century. These issues were pointed out to me by, and gives credit to who was kind of shown in the ropes. There is something else that is intriguing about these drawings, and is that a third portrait, which we don't have shown here, basically goes on to saying about how the dress is of the era, but isn't exactly he feels to be noteworthy for the subject. But anyway, back to the photographs themselves. Now, of all times, did I wish that Captain William Kidd, had a giant mole on his nose? Because yes, if we could have an artist that had the moles on both the painting and on the drawing, we could probably say for certain that this drawing, this portrait, is of the same man. But we don't have that. One thing about the nose that is kind of remarkable between the painting and the drawing is that the nose is very prominent in both. And I think we can see where on the left-hand side there, the powdered wig is what it is. However, I'm thinking that on the drawing portrait itself, he's not wearing it, and that is his own natural hair. So I leave it to you. That's right. I leave it to you. Could this drawing be that of William Kidd? But I don't know. I really go back and forth with it. And I tell you, I would like to see it for myself. So it may involve a visit to the state archives. But anyway, I tell you what, yeah, I just wish he had a giant wart on the side of his nose and be there for better identification. But it's neat to have some sort of possibility, that's right, possibility of someone who actually laid eyes on the man himself and decided to make a drawing of him. But anyway, I don't know. At this date, I'm not willing to conclude authenticity for the drawing. I weigh in about 80%. That's even really, really going on the high end. The thing that gets me too is if there wasn't so many colonists in the area with the last name of Kidd, if we were to look at a lot of the wills of Salem and of Burlington County of that time, the surname Kidd appears, I don't say often, but yes, quite a bit. But anyway, gang. So there's that. What do you guys think? Could it be Kidd? I don't know. Good thing his last name wasn't Smith. That would be horrible. But anyway, there you have it. Still gets me excited. Am I ready to include this drawing into my book? Not yet. But I think there's a possibility. I don't know. But it's something to consider. If we can actually have some sort of provenance of those people being or at the jail in New York City in the time of Kidd's incarceration in New York City, I think that would probably make me lean a little bit better towards it. But anyway, all right, well, we'll check up with chat. Better drawing than I could do. You know, doesn't look like it. No, I don't know. I keep going back and forth with it. Doesn't look like it to me. No, okay. Nud. Nude. How do you say that? Is that nud or nude? I hope it's not nude, especially where North Jersey Detector Hello is concerned. And welcome to the live stream. Miss Beth says, good, I'm enjoying going through my coins again. It's been a long time. I've purchased some recently, so time to get back on YouTube. All right. David, hi. And Dave's not here, man. And welcome. But anyway, gang. But we have got some stuff coming up. Tonight, yes, there will be an afterglow, which will probably start early because I can't be on as late as I was and really anticipate on being. So we're probably actually going to cut this right around the half-hour mark, or past the half-hour mark, probably around the 40-minute mark. And so anyway, thanks for all of those who have tuned in. For those who are staying for the afterglow, hey, just hang tight. We'll be back probably in about 5 minutes, and we'll have a little bit of the afterglow. And thanks for everybody who tuned in. Thanks to the contributors, and we'll be seeing you next week at 7 p.m. Sunday for another edition of Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium. Anyway, all right, gang, that's it. Now for the afterglow, folks, hang in there for about 5 minutes. Grab yourself a beverage, a snack, and maybe the latest edition of Women's Day magazine. And we'll be right back right after a short intermission.